Greetings to you wherever you may be. I welcome you to another episode of Hot Shots. I am Ọ̀gbẹ́ni Adébáyọ̀ Ìlúpéjú. Sometimes you wonder why things are the way they are in the country. Every single week, sometimes even every single day, there's a new scandal. Some people have even opined that it is a strategy to distract us, that they are planning towards 2027. And of course, yes, we know the most current conversation has been 2027, with defections here and there, with party divisions, internal crises, and all of that. I don't know if that is going to make governance better, instead of us to pay attention and start to recommend how to fix the system. How many presidents have we had in Nigeria, and yet we cannot have a sustainable system? Continuity, okay, maybe we are even seeing some level of continuity now. But be that as it may, one pressing issue that I think we should revisit, if I have not, I don't know if I have mentioned it before, but let's take a look at the Senate President, Senator Godswill Akpabio, and dear Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan. The drama around it's such a delicate case, especially in this International Women's Month. But let's look at it objectively. There's been so many versions of the story that has come out. Some people for, some people against, and that is on both sides. The Senate President has had his fair share of bashing. Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan has also had her own fair share of bashing. But let's look at it objectively. If we pay attention, let's forget that these two people have known each other way before Senator Natasha became a senator. There's been that relationship, family friendship and stuff. But let's see it from the angle of that. There are two different cases that we have on our table. But not a lot of people are able to separate the two. Unfortunately, the two happened at the same time. Whether Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan decided to throw that sexual harassment issue into the wheel of the disciplinary action of the Senate or not. Maybe she had been preparing her petition ahead. We do not know. But the two they are running concurrently. Unfortunately, the sexual harassment case is taking the lead. More people are hearing about this and not necessarily hearing the disciplinary issue that preceded it. Now, whatever the reasons, I see a lot of emotions at play. But let us look at it objectively. Shouldn't it be a case of maybe the horrid suspension was not in line, but the thing was that we understand that there was a call for her to appear before the disciplinary committee, which she didn't do, only for her to appear on the floor of the Senate to present her petition to the Senate President. Of course, pundits have also come with the thought that the Senate President should not have accepted. Maybe he should have stepped aside and made the Deputy Senate President receive the petition. So the whole thing, what I see in this, as much as possible, I want to give kudos to Senator Natasha because she seems more coordinated in her approach. But the Senate has been a bit, maybe, should I say, relaxed on the issue. the approach to it, maybe there's the level of transparency that the public, because there's an erosion of trust. People think women are being victimized in the Senate, in the Nigerian Senate. How true that is, even the Senate is not making adequate effort to make us understand. But still, that is their own business. But let's look at the case of sexual harassment. Were these things that happened on the floor of the Senate? Were this personal business between the two senators? These are things that we need to look at seriously. For me, I'm not interested in what the past of both parties are. But in the case that is putting our hallowed chambers, the Senate, the Senate, the Nigerian Senate, is putting them to shame all around the world, is this case. And I don't see them doing what should be done on a matter like this. I expect that they should address it appropriately. The suspension is there. Maybe it is a normal thing. I remember Senator Dino Melaye was suspended some years back. People have been suspended before, only that they were not women. I don't know if this is the first woman that would be suspended on the floor of the Senate. But when it gets as bad as this, I think a more strategic approach should be deployed. They should probably rethink the process. Abi, we cannot all sleep with our heads towards the same direction. Like everybody should not be thinking alike. We can have divergence and we can look at things from different points of view. The Senate has a job to do. The integrity of the Senate must be protected. The rights of the woman must also be respected. But I want us to look at it. Isn't this am I the one that is seeing this as two different cases, or everybody sees it the same way? And if there are two different cases, shouldn't they be treated in isolation even though they are interwoven? We cannot treat the two cases as one. It is going places. The Senate's reputation is under test. Will Akpabio and the 10th National Assembly, will they make amends? And when are they going to make these amends? But from your own end, do you think this is normal? Do you think our thoughts as condemning Senator Natasha or condemning Senator Akpabio for the obvious reasons, are we not getting it wrong? What is your own opinion? Please share. Let us think through this together. I remain Ọ̀gbẹ́ni Adébáyọ̀ Ìlúpéjú. Ire o.